Ernest Michel once wrote a story which went as follows. Once upon a time there was a boy we'll call Ernest, and he lived in Mannheim, Germany. He loved to play soccer with his best friend Kurt. But when he was 10 years old, a wicked man named Hitler seized power in Ernest's country and began to make people hate instead of love. Especially he tried to make people hate Jews. Ernest was a Jew. On a warm spring day in 1935, Ernest and his friend Kurt ran from the school out onto the soccer field, but the coach stopped Ernest and said, "You can't play soccer anymore. You are Jew." Ernest expected that Kurt would stand up for him, but he didn't. And the following day, Kurt arrived at school dressed in a Hitler Youth uniform and never spoke to Ernest again. It wasn't that Kurt suddenly hated Ernest. He just wanted to be like everyone else. He didn't have the courage to say what he really felt. Ernest Michel was a touchstone for you and Doug.
That's correct.
Well, how was that?
How was that? He came to Bowling Green, and the next week we were invited to a mutual friend, and he told me that Ernest Michel was there, and I met him once in New York during a conference on the Ashkenazic Jews, and the last rabbi in Mannheim was there and spoke, and Ernest Michel and somebody else, two people who were bar mitzvahed there, gave him a brick of the Central Synagogue at that event. And I was there and just met them afterwards because the rabbi, of course, my father, was the chief cantor in that synagogue, and he bar mitzvahed him. You see, so that's what happened.
Now this is a small world.
It's a terribly small.